Dr. Dalili, what's the kind of the research and feedback that you've been getting so far with all the users of DeepScribe?
Yeah, I would say, it really resonates with me, Jonathan's perspective. I would say the most tangible thing we see is that people do save time, and it's usually on order of magnitude of about an hour per day, sometimes up to an hour and a half. Um, and that can have a real meaningful impact in your clinic life, in your home life. Um, you know, uh, you ask me sometimes like, well, what's the most surprising feedback you've gotten from someone? Actually, not from a provider, but from a spouse who wrote us thank you letters saying, hey, now my wife gets home in time, and my husband's home in time, and the kids see them more, and they're at events more frequently, and so uh, just hearing from people that there's meaningful parts of their day and of their life that this has helped them with. Obviously, from a professional perspective, is really satisfying to me.
Is there any like data of we kind of touched upon patient satisfaction and then financial and billing and then saving time as a physician. Is there any data in like patient outcome with using DeepScribe?
I'm not familiar with any. We haven't really looked at that from a quality perspective. I would say we're not really intentionally trying to drive, clinical decisions at this point, or even guide them. I think that's an area where we want to go. And so for the time being, I'd say the biggest impacts have been time savings, burnout reduction, productivity improvement, volume, slight volume increases for providers. There you get all of this time per day, and I would say it's roughly a third of people who will go home earlier. It's a third of people who will extend their careers because they feel like they can work longer, into what would have otherwise been, burnout or forced retirement. And then a third of people will say, hey, I'd actually like to see more people, because I'm getting through these patients faster.